Hello everyone, and welcome to this new tutorial. Um, so today I had a very interesting project to show you and probably talk about, give you some high interesting feedback. So let's get into it. So the project consists of modeling a space what do you call it, a space frame in Freecad, and we're going to look at the possibilities of how to create a space frame in Freecad. Alright, so I have the model here. This is a model that I did before, so I'm going to give you a little bit of context. As you can see, this is I'm about to show you how I created this kind of space frame. So the model is fairly complex, but this is a very unique project because this is the first real official Freecad project that I had, that I pushed myself to take it from the start to the end, where I get to model everything and dimension everything and really discover Freecad. As you can see, I have a lot of blue lines everywhere. I wasn't very good at modeling then and still discovering how to use Freecad, so I was using a lot of guides and stuff to work, and obviously you can see there's a lot more than that going. You can see all these other information sections and whatnot. But about the project is a small residential project that I did for a client, a very small one. I was just excited to do a very small project for him, and so I was investigating certain types of roofs that are going to be lightweight structures, space frames, because this was meant for an African climate context. And so it's there's certain roofs that you need to have because there's a lot of heat and moisture in the air, and so there's certain principles. So I began investigating the smart roof design for the tropical climates. And so I took a lot of my inspiration from this man. His name is Francis Kere. He's an architect, and so he's very, very big with space frame architecture, or this kind of roofs that provide shades and thermal cooling, as you can see in almost a lot of his projects. I pulled up some pictures to give you a better idea. This is one of the sections of one of his projects, and as you can see the structure of the spacecraft itself. Now, here's another picture. This is a close-up picture of one other project, and you can really get an appreciation of how everything was made. Look at the intricate details, and on this other one, you can see that there's a variety of ways that you can create such a structure and give it a unique appeal and whatnot. Now this is a close-up of the structure itself. If I can zoom in here closely, basically you can see that this is made from rebar, and this is the idea. I was trying to emulate the rebar, and on this picture you can see that these were the clips where the structure was kind of clipped onto, and so you can see that here in these areas, and so you can see that this is all welded rebar all over the place, and you can see that it's not just following one straight angle. It has this way of doing this closing triangular shape, so you can have a feeling that it's actually in motion when you're looking at it from a distance. So obviously you see more example of this kind of overhanging roof above the house, and it's very fascinating. It's a very fascinating concept to me. And obviously sometimes when you don't always trust it, but when you look at a guy sitting on there, you can kind of feel like, all right, maybe after all this thing is actually strong enough. So So because of that, I was very fascinated with trying to create, and then I thought, okay, well, what can I do in Blender, in Freecad, sorry. And so because initially I had modeled the project initially I had modeled the project in Freecad, in Blender, sorry, and I think I'm gonna make another tutorial on that, because that's that would have to do with the workflow between those two programs. But for now, I'm going to focus a little bit on just talking about the roof. So now, one interesting person that actually, when I started modeling in FreeCAD, I had no idea how to model the roof, and I was thinking to myself, man, how am I going to ever do that? This is so complex. It's so, you know. So strangely enough, there's Juan Gonzalez, and he is very good, like seriously, and he has a lot of very small tutorials here, which are extremely useful in terms of the little tips and tricks that he gives you in these small snippets of tutorials. And obviously this one was one of the main tutorials that influenced the way I looked at modeling FreeCAD, as well as this one. So let me just kind of give you a basic view of what he's talking about. I'm gonna cut the sound just because I want to show you what he's up to. So you can see that by just drawing a wire, he's the one who showed me actually that you can control the wire with the radius and stuff like that. So it's like, oh wow, that's interesting, I can do that. And so by basically following a few of his tutorials, not just this one, but the combination of all of them will give you a few tips on how to achieve this kind of interesting elements. Obviously this is just a small extrusion sweep, but the idea here is that, for example, look at those fillets, how they're controlled. I didn't know about these things before, and so having a glimpse into these kinds of tutorials was good. And then having the ability to control the center, the circle, and all those things. I mean, this tutorial was just, like here, for example, you're connecting a wire in a different plane, and you're still able to control the the radius of the shape itself. So I highly recommend you go and check him out, because this is what opened my eye to the intricacies of FreeCAD. So I'm gonna stop that for now. And also, I have opened my GitHub. So the project is called Dimba Residence. So if you ever want to go and check it out, this is all the files that I use to create this project. So but I'll be saving it as we go, so that you can have a way to come to it, to come to the latest changes that I would have made while modeling that. Okay, so let's get started. We've chatted enough. So what I'm probably gonna do is I'm going to show you two ways of modeling, of attempting to model that. I'm going to show you the way that I started. Actually, maybe not. That could take forever. What I'm going to do is I am going to explain to you how I created this, and then probably show you a second way to do that, by maybe redoing this whole thing from the ground up again, because you know it's not complete. Now, the other thing that I wanted to show you probably is the plan. This plan is not exactly up to date, but one thing that I wanted to achieve was, for example, get this thing close enough to the shape here, so that you can actually bolt a few things if you had some kind of welded plates that you wanted to assign there. So those were one of the challenges that somehow I was able to accomplish. Let me pull out a better PDF to show you. Actually, I can probably look at the roof plan from here as well. Go to top view, and so you can see. Let me go to perpendicular view, orthographic. So this is the generated version of the roof on the drawing. So you can see how the shape kind of gets close here. So you can actually bolt those things and weld them depending on how you want to do. But this was just a general idea to to get it out. Now in drawing, let me pull out the PDF. Okay, so this is what this is going to look like in PDF. So it's, I would say, fairly clean, as you can see. Strangely enough, I am not sure why this PDF won't allow me to zoom any further than that. Let me see if I have another one that's much better than that. Probably not. I can't find it anywhere. Anyways, so the goal right now is to see how we can generate this kind of space frame model in Freecad. It's gonna be very exciting. So let's look at this model closely. I'm going to hide the construction lines if I can find them. Okay, construction lines. Construction. I do not remember where I hid the construction lines. Annotation. Sheets. Alright, I'm gonna select this guy and say go to selection, and it's gonna bring the construction line. Alright, so here we go. So now I can hide that, and I'm probably gonna hide all this other stuff, because the less stuff we have showing up, the faster the model is going to generate. So for this tutorial, we're gonna hide all this that we don't need right now. That, 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 that. Okay, so we're getting close to having box selection. Okay, bring that to the view, and I want to maybe hide the floor plan information as well. So the okay, where are you hiding? This is building. This is why it's so important to organize your drawing, because working on them later, it would save your life. Okay, walls. Level 1. I can hide those walls. Level 1, level 2. I also want to hide the floor slabs, not the roof slab. I want to hide the foundations, maybe foundation wall, ground level, foundation footer, and the sections. Okay, we are getting there. Probably closet, sanitation, kitchen. And I'm going to be talking about a lot of these things in future tutorials as the need comes, because all of this is just good information. You know, all the annotations. Okay. Alright, so I have the doors left. Okay. Well, this is good enough to start investigating. So probably gonna hide the sheet roof here. So as you can see, I have this grid with the metal extrusions. These are just aluminum, a representation of some side of aluminum extrusion, or you know, a metal extrusion of some sort. So I also want to probably let's see. Okay, so for this tutorial, the way I modeled it is that first of all, I came to the front. So I am going to use this face as a guide. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to go to auto and go to that face, and I'm going to go to front face. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Okay, it's wanting to draw along according to that face, so I want something that's just the front. XY. Okay, so my front view top, my front view doesn't touch the building. Maybe I want my front face to be here, because I want it to start on this building. So now that I have a, I'm going to extract or copy this roof detail, including actually maybe just the roof. So I'm gonna go to top. Actually select that face. It's been such a while when I made it that remembering the exact steps, it's not that quite obvious. So now I'm going to copy that, go to top view, and now I can copy you, because I want to model it on the side like this. Okay, so now you see that the roof is extending beyond this. So one thing that I can do, for example, let's create the offsets. So here's probably 1 meter offset, and then here's probably 0.5 meter offset, and 0.5 on each side as well. Or maybe here it's a little bit more. So let's try that. Just draw a line here. Actually, I'm gonna pull out the construction mode again. something, it's lagging. I'm not sure what and why. Okay, so when Freecad behaves like this, if it's able to come true, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save it, save it at this level, because you don't want it to crash on you if it's having a hard time processing something. So I'm gonna file, save. It's taking a minute. Alright, here we go. Okay, we're still in construction mode, good. Something is strange is that when you're in construction mode, drawing a line takes some time to load. That's something to notice, to note. Let me get a pen to write with. Note some of my observations so I can report them later. Okay, this is Freecad behavior observations. Actually, why do I write it? I can use a text editor. When it's construction mode, Freecad rough wire line. It's too slow at load. Okay. Well, that being the case, I'm not going to draw in construction mode because I don't want to be experiencing a lot of bottlenecks. It'd be a lot easier to just delete the lines, and part of the reason why it's also like that is also because the model itself is pretty heavy and I'm just working on top of it again. One thing that I could actually probably do, maybe that's actually a good idea, is that I can take this roof. Actually, yeah, it's a good idea. I'm going to take this roof and then I'm going to file export, and I am going to export it as a brep file. I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to call it YouTube tutorial. Open that. I'm going to call that roof slab. Okay. And then close this. Open a new Freecad file like this, and import roof slab brep, and you see it lands right in the same location as here in space, so I can work with that. So now I just do my natural. Maybe let me try to get the construction mode on this time and see how it behaves on a new file. Draw that so it's much faster, so you can tell that it's just because the model was kind of heavy. So now I can offset this, copy that, maybe let's work with 1 meter value, and then copy that, offset that as well by 1 meter. And here I'm going to create an offset of 2 meter. Copy. 2 meter. Okay. And here I'm going to create an offset of another 1 meter. All right. What do we have here? So I'm going to take this line and extend it beyond like this. So now I have the ability to just draw a ring. I want to take off the construction mode and draw a ring from here to here. Probably turn this into a wireframe. So come here, data, make face false. Okay, that's what I want. Now I'm going to also import let me see. I'm wondering if I need an even distribution. I'm wondering if, let me delete this. I'm wondering if I needed an even distribution of this on the slab. So if that's the case, that I need an even distribution of those metal things on the bar. So what I want to do is I want them to be at the center. I want them to sit at the center, like here. As you can see, it is sitting at the center of this slab. So that if you look at the picture here, you can see that it's placed at the center of the beam right here. So in my own example, I also want to do the same thing. I want to place it at the center of that. So what I'm going to come here and do is that I'm also going to create some guidelines. Select one, do that. I may want to make you a wireframe so it's easy to work with the snaps. And then this and this, so that now I can copy this, copy, maybe I want to copy it from here, copy, and bring it here. So now I have a nice guide. So what I can do now is take a square, like a rectangle, like this, and place it there. So now I have make this wireframe as well. So now I have a center guideline that I can work with. Maybe I want to also change the line style, draw style, dash dot. Okay, so now that that's done, the next thing is I can now take this guy and come to the data and evenly subdivide it with I need them to be rows like this. So maybe I want now this is a new feature that was not there when I was creating the other tutorial, the other the house. Back then what I had to do is I had to let me show you what I had to do. I had to come to, because Freecad is about hacking, so I had to copy this, and this is what I actually did. Select, copy, and put him right there. And so what I will do is on it's a manual way of just doing things. Then I'll draw another line at the center like this, and then take it from this center, and then draw another one like this, and then take it from the center, and then draw another one like this, and then take it from the center. I mean, at this point I already have a good basis, so now I can select this and just copy them onto the other side, so that now I can have an even distribution of those lines, and then take this too and copy that as well onto this side. I haven't saved this one. Freecad roof. I think it's auto saving. Okay. So I'm gonna file, save as. The project was Zimba roof tutorial. Save that. Okay, so now I can copy this and copy that. Take that, copy this, and move it here. So now you can see that I have this evenly distributed stuff, and now I want to find out what is each length. Where's the dimension? Where's dimension? Right here. So I want to dimension from here to here. Hold on. Okay, so that's 1.75 meters. We can work with that. So that's one way you could do that, and that's the way I did it. But now that we have this option that you can create the rows, I can now put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows to get the same thing. Okay, so you can see that I have the rows now created. Okay. So now what? So you can see, let me measure, I used, in this example, I used just a regular metal extrusion. It could be hollow, but in his example he used an angle, a welded angle. In this example he used a welded angle. So maybe we're gonna use a welded angle as well. We'll see. I want to measure this. No, not that. Give me this. I want to measure this. So that's 40 mil. Well, why not? Let's create a 40 mil. So what I'm gonna come now is I'm gonna select this, and I'm wondering if I want to create the angle first of the roof. You know, this angle. Like this. So maybe I'm going to create select that face, select this, bring back to this is solid, display mode, flat lines, shaded. So now I can select this face and put this face here, and I can now draw a small box here, but I don't want it to be maybe this is a Freecad bug because I'm not inside the mode now and it keeps creating this survey labels all over the place. Okay, whatever. So I don't want to be in construction mode anymore because all of this is blue, so I'm gonna delete that, and I am going to draw another one like this. So now I can easily come here and tell this guy, I want you to be 50 mil by 50 mil. Like this. And for a little bit of fanciness, let's give it a slight radius. Probably go to 10. Like that. Alright. Now I'm gonna move him. From his center. Do not copy and bring him here. Okay. See what I'm saying? This survey tool keeps annoying. What is this saying? Report view. So now I can select that, and you know, this is where we're gonna go to our nice so what I can do is I can just use this extrusion here like this. Okay, make sure to use that extrusion, change the face you're working on, select that face, and then make sure that you're in a plane that is parallel to the extrusion direction. So now I can extrude this, extrude like this. Okay, we have something that looks good. But you know, I am going to take out the fillet because it's creating this extra line that I probably don't want in the details, unless I'm doing shop details which are very highly detailed. In that case, then I'll probably go this far. But for general document detail, this is maybe annoying to have these lines like this. It's probably confusing to the eye, so I'm going to remove that radius, go to 0. Okay, and I'm going to color this so that it's easy to distinguish while we're working. And some kind of blue like that. And basically now I can just array this. What's the array tool? Okay, array that. I think we were talking about 1.75 meters of distance. So inside this array, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. Number in the, we're working in the Y, so I'm gonna put 8 there. And I'm going to tell it the distance interval, the interval in the Y. So what you want to do is turn off there's 1 millimeters in the X, go to 0, make sure that's 0, and then inside the Y, go to 1.75 meters. 1.75 meters. Interesting. It's not exactly thinking of it as is in the center. So instead of doing the array, because I do not know how to make sure that the array arrays as from the center of its initial object, so what I'm gonna do is basically delete the array. And this is when using the clone tool is just as useful, you know. So I can clone this object 8 times. Maybe there should be, you know, a button that tells you by how many, you know, it keeps creating me all this survey level. Let me actually note that. It's actually something worth noting. Freecad creates survey tags unwillingly. Okay. Even when I create extrusion, so select that, create another clone, select that, create a clone, create a clone. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already, 6, 7, and the 8th one. So now just grab each one of them. And so what I'm gonna do is go to wireframe so that I can select them and from this center point, and then I'm going to move them like this all the way here. That's that clone. Select this one, bring him here. Good. Select this one, bring him here. Right here. Okay. Bring it here. Take this and bring it here. Okay, looking good. So now I can go back to flat lines. Flat lines. Okay, this is looking good. So I can make you a wire again because I don't need to see you. It's in display mode, wireframe. wireframe. Then here I'm gonna go to as is. Okay, because I'm telling it to be wireframe here. So this mode controls and overrides every mode. So if I go to flat lines, everybody goes to flat line. If you're flat line, if I go to shaded, everybody goes to shaded. So if I go to as is, then the individual object that I gave him a wireframe mode, or a point mode or whatever, is going to now assume its properties. So as is a good option as well. And I don't understand why all these tags are following me around. It's getting annoying. This is probably a bug. Delete that. Alright, file, save. Maybe I want to probably upload the progress so far. Commit that. Maybe 0, 1, so that's easy to distinguish at what stage something happened. Okay. All right. Unable to access, could not resolve host. All right, I need to take a look at that closely. All right, so now I have that. So now let's talk about our wires. Let's create the angle, because I need to now have the angle, this angle. So I'm going to come to the front face again. Select that face like this, and I'm going to select this, which is supposed to be my guideline front. I want, as you can see, let me go to view perspective. As you can see, there's an offset above here, and there's a big offset here. So what I want to do is, in this view, oh my god, this tag is annoying. So in this view, I am going to draw a 0.5 meter line like this. Copy this line, bring him here, come on. Okay, there you go. And that line, I'm going to tell it to be 1.5 or 2 meters high, depends. Let's try 1.5. Go to front view, and these tags again, man. These tags, man, what's wrong with those tags? Survey label, no document object found with name. Okay, I move this up here like this. This is not a copy. And I move you here. Okay. Now let me appreciate the angle. Stupid tag. Okay. So that means that it's gonna be from here to here. What does that look like? And from here to here. Of course, in real life, if this was to be built, this is gonna be made out of real life engineering calculations, figuring out the right slope, all those things, you know, wind loads and hurricanes and stuff like that. So you would have to take all those kinds of calculation into account. You would really send this to an engineer, so he does the mathematical thinking work on that for you, and then he sends you the results. Now you can easily model and update that. So let's go along with this. You know, we're pretty satisfied with this. We have a good angle to work with. Um, so now I want to select this guy and make a copy of it. Copy. Bring him there. And I'm gonna rotate that. Copy. Actually, do not copy. Rotate that like this. Click here and then rotate that like that. So now we have a no, go to as is, and I'm going to tell it to be this has to be face. Make face true. Okay, so there you go. So that's our angle plane. So what here I want to do is that the roof uh the roof zinc is going to be above this plane. um it's going to be above the plane, and then these other extrusions are going to be below. So that's why it's good to have this plane the way it is right now. Okay, so now we want to create an equally amount of subdivisions. And these tags, man, come on. It's another way to turn off those tags. Um, okay. So now, because this is a rectangle, I can do the same thing. But let me go to top view. VO. View orthographic. And then probably maybe make this a plane. And then go to top view again. What kind of top view is it? Oh boy, it's the wrong top view. Okay, no problem. I'm going to get the right top view. And I'm gonna hide this for now. Rectangle, okay. Go to top view this time. So what I want to do is I want those guys to be at the center of these ones. So in that case, I can select this uh, construction wire that gave me what I wanted, and I can change its value to 16, you know, rows to 16, so that I have you know, the center part of it. And now I can bring back this rectangle. It's hiding everybody else. And I want to now work on that plane, but now I want to make this face false like this. Okay, so what's gonna happen now is that I can now draw the lines that I want to. Maybe these are gonna be construction lines as well. Like this. As you can see, it's drawn above the plane like that. So what I want to do is now extrude this line so that it stretches all the way and touches the edge there. So I'm gonna do this like this, and snap it there, like that. It's looking good. So now I have something to work with. Maybe I want to make that line red because I want to be able to distinguish it from the line below. Line color, I'm gonna make you red so I can see you. So now go back to the top view, and from here select this, move. It's not trying to snap there. So what I can do again is probably put my plane back here, but whenever I select this, I can copy it from here. So I'm gonna do this. No, copy, move, copy, like this, move, copy, move, copy, copy. And obviously there's gonna be one at the ends, but the edge is gonna benefit from the fact that it's gonna have one you know, not exactly at the edge of it, but within a slight offset. But for now, let's do that. Copy this and bring it here. Okay, like that, and then you as well. Okay, and then hide that. Jeez, all these tags, man. Look at all these tags, man. The screen became blue of tags. Blue tags. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make them wireframe as well. No, solid dash dot. Okay, so we have something to work with. So now let's bring back our plane because he's gonna do a few things here for us. So go to front. The first thing that it's gonna do, it's gonna give us a reference guide for it's gonna give us a reference guide for this extrusion stuff. So let's look at the way I had it here. So you can see that there's this. So maybe my plane is right here. So what I want to do is I want to create 1, 2 levels of extrusion. So the way I'm gonna do it is that, where's my rectangle? Draw face through like this. So this is my face. So go back to the side view, select that rectangle again, and then here I'm gonna use our very good panel tool. like this, and this panel is going to have a thickness of 50 first you're gonna give me 50 mil like this. Does it look too thick? And then I'm going to tell it to the normal. I want it to flip normal negative z -1 like this. So this is what I want with that plane. So this gives me a guide for the extrusions below. So now I want to use the same plane like this and create another panel. Now this is a very interesting stuff I just noticed. When I changed to normal, this extrusion came all the way down straight like this, when a normal extrusion will follow the normal of the direction of the extrusion. Let me see what happens if I tell it to be 1. Now that's a very interesting feature. If I tell it to be 0, let's go back to 0. And let's go to -0. So you cannot say -0, but you can go for 1. Something I didn't know. Interesting. -1. We will work with -1 for now. So here we want 0.5 as well, because this is going to be the horizontal tracks. 0.5, 0.5, 50 mil, like this. And I want to select that plane again. This thing's not touching here because we rotated it, so it lost its but we can just stretch the plane if we wanted to make it snap right here. Let's see real quick. Bring this back, and I want to be on this plane like this, and so what I can certainly do is redraw another one, so I can draw a line like this from this corner, because I want everything to fit exactly where they should, at the right size that we decided, and this has to be exactly at an offset of 1.5 or 2 like we decided. You know, we want that Freecad generates what we have decided. And so now I can redraw this square like this. Maybe get off this construction mode and draw another one from here like this. Okay, so this is going to be much more accurate, so let's delete this surface again. So this is rectangle 004, so we can just select this panel, bring him back, go to the front, you know, maybe change the face back to that mode, and now select these objects, and I'm going to come to the base rectangle 03, and I'm going to select rectangle 04, and let's see what happens. So it tells me to update drawing. Let me update. So it fixed that. Select that guy as well, change that to rectangle 04. Okay, and I'll update that so everything looks nice now. Alright, so that's that. So I want to copy rectangle 4, copy and paste. Why? Because hide this and hide this and hide rectangle 4. Because on rectangle 5 I can use the same trick as earlier, where this time around I tell it to give me some columns instead of some rows like this. uh, Maybe I want 4 5 like this, 4 5 6 7 8 like this. Okay, that is good enough for what we are trying to do. So now that we have our guide, top view, this is the part where we get to draw the wires now. So let me make sure that rectangle 5 is in wireframe mode. Draw star, wireframe, and let me hide this other rectangle, and let me change its color so I can distinguish it as well. I'm gonna make you orange. We have a nice orange. Okay. Now let me think a little bit about this part. Alright. So okay. So what I'm going to also do is that I'm going to create the same cancel. What's wrong with you? File, save that. So I am going to create the same grid over here with this guy. It's gonna just serve me as a reference. So let me hide this clone for now. So I have you know, this nice grid structure that I can work with. So I'm gonna select this and also create you know, it has, where's that data? It has 16 rows. I'm gonna give it 8 as well, like this. Okay, now very crucial, what do I have here? Now you want to get rid of this. You don't want it to work on the plane anymore, and I want, who else do I want? Special, I don't know. No, not that. Okay, let's see if I can work with that. So next thing is I want to create the diagonals. So I am going to step out of my construction mode, and I am going to select this line, polyline, create multi-line, and now I can snap here to there, to here, to there, to here, and there. And obviously, clearly, it does not work. Okay, let me go to top view because something is not working. V orthographic, view, ortho. Now, let's see. Yes, I remember now. I did not do it exactly like this. What I had to do is come on the side, front, like this. Alright. And here I created an let's take that. Hold on. Draw a line here like this. Take a square and bring it here. Delete this service. Delete that. So here what I do is I create another row. No, not that. One. But here I create 8. Now let me think about it. So I come here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So this is the way that the path is gonna be. Let me see if it's even. 1, 2, make this a wireframe. 2, 3, 4. Delete that. Do that again. 1, 2. I want you to snap here. It's not snapping there. Okay, so in that case, what I'm gonna do is let me see what I can do with you, because it seems that I have so in that case, flat lines. Let me go back to this face, select that, and instead of using all of these lines, what I'm going to do is maybe draw lines like this. Okay. Hide this very quickly. Take this line and move it from here right here. Okay, so this can now be our guides. So now I can select that and then copy, 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 bring it here, do the same thing, select that, copy, oh, and bring it here. Okay, like this. Select that, copy, some parts of Freecad are a little bit laborious, like this. like that. And like that. Okay, too many tags, man. This tag stuff is annoying. Delete. Okay, so let's try this again. So if my wire starts here, lands here, and then shoots up here like this. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna draw line, one line at a time. You know, we're not gonna use the D wire, we're going to use the create 2D point from line. So now I select this point and I bring it here. Now, point 1. Or no, hold on. From here to here. Good. And then select and create another line from here to here. And then from here to here. If we weren't taking this off, it would have been messing with us. The snaps would have been messing with us because we're working in a totally different plane. And then select this from here there, and then here to there. Where are we? Right here. Actually, I've been snapping at the wrong place. I'm supposed to be snapping here. Alright, so let's move on for now and see how this turns out. Select that and snap it here. Select that and snap it here. Select that and snap it here. And then our final contestant. Our 2 finals, and then this guy lands here, and then this other guy is what completes the frame by landing here instead. Okay, so let's go to the front now. This is the side, front. As far as the angularity is good. Boy, these tags, man, these tags. Okay, file, save. So now, like I was saying, I was not trying to snap on the edge, but I want to snap at the center. So maybe these lines are just gonna serve me as guides. Like this. So I'm just going to make them. First of all, I'm going to upgrade it into one line so it becomes a bit manageable. Wire. And change the color again, shape color, make it yellow. I want to be able to see you all the time. Line color, make it yellow. Okay, now I see you. That means that my second test, I should have started this from here. So it's gonna be like this from here there. Okay, more accurate. You know, this is confusing me because I'm not really using it. So I'm gonna turn off those columns. Make them one. Okay, like that. Because I'm not really using it. Now I select this other line. Snap it here. Select this. Snap it here. No, wrong place. Select this. Okay. One little detail. Probably need to lay this flat as well on. So what I can do is I can copy you. Select this. Copy. Oh boy, it's not easy, huh? You know? Very tricky. Tricky roof. Bring back my clone object because I want to be able to select this bottom face and put my my working plane there and hide it again. So now I can copy this and snap it there. Like this. I mean you. Okay, good. So now I can select this and snap it here. Select this, snap here, select this, snap there, select this, snap there, select this, snap it there, select this, snap it there, select this, snap it there, and the last one. So this is a better one. This is a better line, so now I can, no, without you, upgrade into wire, and then you, I can delete you. So now the problem with upgrading to this wire is that now it doesn't have a very specific property that I want. And so what I have to do is now redraw the wire. The good news is I already have the sample. So what I'm gonna do is this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, and finish. So now we have a nice D wire. Okay. Now let's select our D wire, hide this, select our D wire. I'm thinking we could probably do the same on the other side. So I'm gonna go to top view like this, and I am going to go to the draft workbench and select this mirror tool. Select the center. Bingo. Now I have a mirror tool there, and I prefer to I wonder if I select the wire instead, this one, if it will update the mirror as well. Oh yeah, it will. It's probably the best option. Like that. Take the survey out. Delete. Okay. So now if I check the wire, the reason why I wanted this to be a wire is because I can now come in and give it the very sweet fillet radius that we love, 10 milli. As you can see, you know, now let's look at, so the mirror did update as well, so it's a good thing. So now I can focus on the other guys because they don't have the same length. Okay. Now we're gonna do the same thing again for the side. Select the line, check here, check here, select the line, check here, check there. Yeah. That. Check here. Go to top view so I can see what's going on. Good. Check there. Select this line and W. Check there. Go to this view. How we doing? We are doing good. select this line from here and check here. Select this line from here to here. Select this line from here to here, and from here to here, and then from here to here. Actually, no, not there. I have to stretch this like this, and then stretch this like this. So it's gonna be from here to here. Okay. Looking good. And of course, delete all this survey. Upgrade this line. Now just redraw on top of it with the draft wire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Finish. Okay, delete this. Okay, we have a good D wire. I'm gonna delete these other guys because I don't really need them anymore. So we have a nice D wire here. Now let's see if it's the same on the other side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to top view, and I'm going to mirror that as well. Mirror. Okay, seems to fit well. So now that I have this, it's just a question of duplication now, but I want to think about the best way to do that because I want to maintain some kind of control on the base object, so I just don't want to copy them all along. But at this point, the way I did it was by following the tutorial, where at this point, you know, you have to sort of where I had to you know, create the circle, but the circle had to be perpendicular to the face like this. In this scenario, I had to create the face, the circle. It had to be perpendicular like that. So So the advantage of that is that with the circle you can always control the radius, and what you do is that now you clone all of these objects. So with one of these objects you mirror it on the side, and then you can clone it all along, and so it makes that one object can modify everybody else. Let me show you what I mean. So clearly in this scenario, this mirror is an extrude. So maybe I want to delete this actually. Okay. And so instead of using the circle and drawing it at this edge, you know, well, I was hoping that the rebar tool would have the ability to just select a wire and then just generate the shapes like that, but it's not yet up to date with that feature. So since Freecad is just about all hacking, what we can do now is that there's a new tool here, the pipe tool. Where is it? This is it, the pipe tool. So it's actually a very good replacement. So if I press the pipe tool, you can see it generates me a pipe instantly. So now I can select the pipe and change the diameter. Can maybe want it to be 10. Gives me this tiny, maybe 20 or 30. We're gonna go with 22. Okay. So it gives me this, but rounds are not exactly good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the wire, and I am going to bring back the extrusions, because then I can see how it relates to the D wire. So now I can come to the data of that wire and now increase the radius, the field radius. So now I want to be at 10, like this. And let's see how it updates. No, I want it to be at 20. No, fillet radius 30. Okay, let's check if something's happening. Of course it's happening, so let's go to 40. No, 60. Top view. 60. 100. 1.5. Okay, we're in business. Bring this back. Actually, make this as is. So this is gonna be at 4, at 3. Let's see what Sue has to say. Okay, now we are touching. Good. So now I can now create the mirror. Go to draft, select pipe tool, and mirror. There you go. So now hide this wire. This wire. Okay, this wire is what I'm going to create a pipe. It's gonna break this, so let's go. Where is it? Pipe, arc, and pipe. Give it the same properties as the other one. This one is 0.6. No, this one is 20 mil. 20 mil here as well. 2. And the line here was at a fillet radius of 1.2. 1.2 fillet radius 1.2. Okay, we're starting to have something interesting. So now I can equally do the same. Maybe I'm gonna delete this wire here, delete that like so. Yes, now select that, and what's that? Oops, it broke my link. That is interesting. Okay. Okay, so now I can select this and mirror that. Mirror, 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 where are you? From the center all the way. We are looking good. Except that I want to shrink that radius a little bit. I think it's saving. It's the autosave that's loading. It's probably because it's saving the other drawing. So file, save. Okay, moving on. We are almost there. So now the remaining part of all of this is basically just creating a clone of these objects. So I'm gonna bingo. It chooses to give me only one clone. In that case, what I do is I can select this, make a clone, and then this. Strange behaviors, strange behaviors. Delete that clone. Delete that clone as well. What is going on with these clones? Clone that, and it's creating a clone here. Okay. That's another note. Freecad creates clone. Wrong clone from draft wire pipe to pipe tool. Okay. Well, in this case, well, what we can do then is we can simply just copy, you know. At the end of the day, copy is just going to be a lot easier to handle for this. It's not like we're going to be doing intensive manipulation. So now I can just copy these guys. At least the copy tool is much better in terms of the way it behaves for this purpose. Do the same thing, select that, and move and copy. Oh my god, these tags, dude, they're killing me. They are killing me, man. can't be painting your drawing with tags all over the place, blue tags all over the place, you know. 1, 2. Bring this here. 1, 2. No. Bring this here. This is the manual labor part of Freecad. Okay, so the reason I'm selecting this from here is because I want this to have a renaming consistency in terms of numbering. Otherwise, it's gonna continue naming this clone of this of clone of that, you know, clone of this of clone of that of clone of that. No, I don't want that. I just wanted to maintain the survey, pipe 06. You see how it goes mirror pipe 06. Mirror pipe 07, pipe 07. That's what I want to do, because if I were to come here and select this guy and this guy like this, it's gonna do this. Oh, okay, maybe I was wrong, but I remember doing it, you know, mirror of mirror of mirror of this, and then you have a lengthy name you can't handle. Maybe because this is a mirror, it's not a clone. Okay, so as you see, we have a nice space frame already showing up its colors. Isn't this beautiful? Look at that from the side. Hide this and hide that and hide this and hide that and hide this and hide that. Okay. So now we have something that looks exquisite. And you can see how it looks from this angle as well. So now the remaining thing that we have to do is add these extrusions as well on the top part. That's why we have these panels. Where's that? The one facing down. This guy. Okay. So for that guy, I'm gonna just come here, drop my face there, and drop a square here like this. Name this 05. No, the other guys with 50 mil. What am I doing? This is 0 0 0 and height 50 50. Now I'm going to select this. I do not want to copy, but I want to certainly snap you here at the center. And let me check the direction of my plane. Now I want to be on this face with my plane. And I want to make this wireframe because I want to see through wireframe. So now I can take that and extrude till here. Okay, what's the direction of my extrusion? No, dude. No, dude. Why? Oh my god, why? Because the face is not perpendicular. So what I'm going to do to fix that is delete this. I'm going to use this other panel instead. So bring this face here and then do the same thing again. Make sure this is on. Draw my box there again. Tell it to be 50 and 50. What? Now this is a very strange anomaly. I have 50-50 here, but the shape is not a 50-50. 50 and 50. What is going on? Architecture. Measure that. Now I want you to measure this and you're not measuring. This thing can be frustrating. This arc survey tool, man. 50 mil. And you're supposed to give me 25 mil here, so strange effect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reset this. 25 by 25. Okay, now I can see 50 by 50. Nah, man, Freecad is becoming abusive. Oh, it's probably because of the angle at which I'm viewing it. My god. That's what it is. Okay. So now I can move this from its center there. Looking good. So now select this plane again. And select this. And let me get my nicest extrusion. Bingo. And now I can simply come here to the front and select my guy. I'm gonna copy it this time. Copy and continue. So from here to here, from here something is wrong. Wireframe. Continue from here. select that again. Bring it here. Where's my center line here? It's not there. So what I will do is copy you and offset you from the center. All the way here. And then now I can select you and move you right here. And then the last guy, copy and bring it here. That's a lot of tags, man. I've probably deleted more than 100 tags so far. Okay, so now bring back the as is. Not the same color, but that will do. Delete all these extra lines that are not useful. Okay. I'm gonna create a folder. I'm gonna call it rename structure. Okay. Maybe I want to color my rebar as well. Mirror that, and you, and you. Make it this dirty dark red. Looks like painted rebar. Okay. I don't need you anymore. Where are you? With the, you know. With your sketch. No. So just delete the panel. Not the sketch, because the other one depends on the same sketch. Delete this. Okay. Maybe I want to hide those construction lines. Now let's talk about the perpendicular, guys. Those ones are straightforward usually. They will just be placed here. So like that. Do that. And let's go to this side of the face. Okay. draw a guy, same guy. I want it to be 50. Something just came in mind. One thing that I can do, for example, is have this square somewhere and you know, just rename it as base template. So every time I draw a shape, I can just switch all of them with this so that it replaces them. Do not copy that. Just move that there. Now move this here. And I want to use its own form to create its own offset. Go to wireframe. Okay. What plane are we on? The wrong one. Hold on. Go to as is. Select that face. Make sure our working plane is on that face. Select the rectangle again. And extrusion. Like so. In this particular case, we don't have to respect all of this stuff, but I mean, we could if we wanted to. But we can just drop a lot of, you know, a series of consistent. Let me select that, come to rectangle 4, hide this. Inside rectangle 4, for example, I want to subdivide this into rows. No, not rows, but 8 maybe. Yeah, that's the working number. But of course, like I said, real engineers will tell you what you have to do. You're not just gonna be guesstimating this kinds of stuff. It's not gonna look pretty. I want a W, so I'm gonna go to 16. Now you can copy this. Bring him here. Okay, like this. And one more last to save the day. And this survey label tools again. Oh my god. Copy. Okay. Now from here on I can just use this tool. Now select this and copy that from here. So now I can select one, 2, 3, 4. Select this, and I want to snap you. Like this. Maybe delete one here. Jeez. Okay. We will get there someday. Alright, so this guy in the end would benefit from the same offset as well. Great. There you go. It's starting to look like something. Okay. So now this face, I am simply going to move it up because that face is what carries this panel. So I want to move the face with its panel. So I'm gonna go back to these side views, to the front, and check this. Go to wireframe. And then select that. Do not copy. Come on, snap somewhere. There's some stuff. Okay. What happened? So now with this guy, maybe, you know, I don't need all those I thought you had a panel, right? Oh, okay, so I have to play from here. So what I have to do is I have to remove this. I'm gonna go to 1. I'm gonna go back to 1. Okay, so this is my roof panel. Cancel that. Save. Now at this point, you know, everything is already done for the most part, but you know, I want to give one more shot. Okay, I can fix these edges as well very quickly. So one way to do that is to simply select this rectangle. Make sure you are in this face mode. Oh boy, come on. Select that face and put the plane there. And so now I can select the rectangle, go to the top view of that face, and then I can simply do a gentle offset. Gentle, very gentle. Maybe maybe 0.1 0.1 like this. Let's look at it from the side. No, you did not offset. Top view again. Offset. Now I'm gonna try copy this time. 0.1 M. Enter. Now let's look at my panel. Rectangle is 0.10. Select the panel. Come here, change the base. Rectangle 0.10. Poof. Update that. And voila. Looking clean. Hide this now. Bring this back. And maybe I'm gonna make it thin. You know, it's just a metal sheet. It doesn't have to be the same thickness as the extrusion. Thickness, you know, it's gonna be 10 mil this time, like this. Right. File, save. So I'm saving it at this level because Freecad sometimes bug at this level when I'm trying to use the panel um, property that allows it to create corrugation. So um, let's try something. Let's put 10 here and 10 here. Alright, so we're up for a little game. It's thinking. Let's see how long it takes. So the wavelength is actually what Freecad wavelength for the panel tool. Freecad panel wavelength. Delete that. Freecad panel wavelength. Freecad panel documentation. We're still thinking. Okay, so this is what I want to do. So properties. There's no example here of some values. Wavelength, the length of the wave of corrugation. Wave height, the height of the corrugated panel. Boy, I think I have upset somebody here, you know. Let's look at my processor. Whoa, guys. It is very likely that my computer can crash at this point, you know, because in terms of everything I am maxed. Look at that. It's even using some All right, we survived a crash. This is big news. But we're still way out of us. How we doing? Dude, don't die with me right now, man. This is why I had to save it because I know that guy screws me around a lot. A little bit. Alright, I think we've waited a lot. I'm gonna just shut down Freecad because, this is not sustainable. But I'm just showing you. Boy. 6.6 gigabyte RAM and of memory swap just to create me my roof, man. You must be kidding me, dude. You must be kidding me. You must be kidding me. You must be kidding me. 6.7 gig. 6.8 gig. Oh boy. I spiked and I went from an average of 10 gigabyte of memory to an extra 6.8. So I'm using about 12 gigabyte of memory just to generate that corrugated wavelet truth. This is wild. Okay. I think we're almost recovered. Come on, guys. This is painful. All my CPUs are up, and it's not even done yet, boy. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? Okay, boys, what do we do? This guy's decided to punish us. I'm gonna close this out of Freecad. Okay. Way too slow for comfort. Way too slow. Valid internal name line 055. No way, this is an abuse, man. This is literally an abuse, man. Freecad is abusing my computer. This is not fair. Okay, so I'm gonna stop it here because it's impossible to move on. But let me actually close Freecad. Mm-hmm. 12.8 GB just for you alone, man. Come on. Come on, man. You're being too greedy. End process. End the process. Look at the sense of relief from the computer, my god. It's gonna be like, oh my god, you just saved me. computer is taking a while to recover from that, man. It's like, it's like, okay. Stop script. So I'm gonna stop this tutorial right here. Um, but or maybe I can just show you the Freecad file. That's why I had to save it before. My computer is still feeling shaken, you know. It feels like I gave in an impossible task. It's still trying to come back from that. I gave him a little stroke, you know. It's like, boy. See, now that's the thing about Freecad. When there's some you know, like, because Freecad is very parametric by nature in its internal function. At least that's the way I understand that. It's going, if something is not right in the coding or in the application of the way, some of the lines are created. Sketcher is one of the big guys as well in this area. When it tries to update and generate these things, if one thing is wrong, I mean, you're gonna go for a hard time moment, because it's not just gonna work. It's going to keep loading and eating all your RAM, all to the max, I was impressed by Freecad's ability to do that. It's lightweight software, but don't tell him to do super complex calculations, with which some of them might be wrong. Anyways, Freecad is still loading. Even though all of these things are, the processing is down, the computer is still laggy, so I can tell it's not yet fully recovered. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So this is something not to do. Whenever you come across a file that is not going to load when you ask him to do something, do not do the recovery manager. It will get you back to the same place. So I'm just gonna clean up this, so it's not even gonna ask me that again, and cancel. Okay, so now we're back to our model. I think at this point we have a pretty good idea now how to create a Freecad roof. Hide this. As you can see from side view, everything is looking clean. And from here, bring back the roof slab. Go to view, perspective, and there you go. We have a good slab here. Now you can go and insert your beams at the strategic locations. This is how you can figure out where you want to place your beams afterwards. So that's it. I'm going to save this file and leave it on GitHub for whoever wants it. And I guess that's it, guys. You've seen how to model a space frame in Freecad. Alright. Until the next tutorial.